I get asked this question a ton of times. In fact, this particular item on Acoustic Tuesday was a result of questions I've been seeing in the comments. And it's, Tony, what's the deal with acoustic guitar pickups? I want to plug in, but I don't even know where to start. There's so many pickups out there. So what I want to do right now is I want to break down each of the 4 main types of pickups. I'm not going to get into specific brands. I'm not going to get into the ones that I absolutely love. I'm going to just share with you the 4 basic types so that as you're shopping, you kind of know what you're getting into. And then in future episodes of Acoustic Tuesday, I'm going to pull out each type of pickup and kind of feature my favorite one. So this will be the more informative segment. So acoustic guitar pickups. The situation comes all the time, right? You want to plug your guitar in just to hear what it sounds like louder, right? Or you want to go play at an open mic, or you want to plug into a buddy's amp or something like that, but you don't have a pickup, so you have to get one installed. And then you start looking for pickups and it's like, whoa, this is a lot of stuff. So here are the 4 basic types. We're going to start with the first one, probably the most common one, the under saddle pickup. Okay, this is a thin piezo crystal element that sits underneath the saddle of your guitar. Okay, so you have basically the guitar top, the bridge, this little thin element, and then the saddle goes right on top of it. Now, this pickup is extremely common because really from the outside you can't tell it's installed at all unless you look at the end pin jack. Now, the beautiful thing about these pickups, the pros of these types of pickups is that they're very clear and articulate. Because of where they're picking up the vibrations under the saddle, they're actually extremely clear, almost stringy sounding, okay? And the second pro, the thing that I really like about these style of pickups is that oftentimes you can get them in an active configuration, meaning the signal's already boosted, meaning you have a volume and tone control on board your guitar. That's important to a lot of people that need quick access to controls, okay? But these pickups have some downfalls as well. Installation is kind of a bear. You have to drill a small hole through the actual bridge and the top of your guitar underneath where the saddle is. So that's a little scary. I would recommend if you're considering one of these pickups to please have a trained luthier or repairman do so. The second thing I don't love about these pickups is that they tend to be a little quacky. For the same reason that they are articulate, they actually have, because they're picking up the vibration right underneath the saddle, they can have a tendency to be thin sounding and need a little bit of EQ. Again, I'm not saying this is a great pickup. I'm not saying this is a bad pickup. I'm saying, hey, this is a pickup and this is why it's good and this is why it's bad. You be the judge to see if it fits your unique playing situation. The next pickup that I want to feature are, these are kind of minimally invasive pickups, and I like to call them contact pickups. There's 2 real types that I've run into. The bridge plate transducer or bridge plate contact pickup, which is really common. I like this pickup. It's the K&K Pure Mini. I think I featured it back on episode 2 of Acoustic Tuesday. But it's 3 sensors that actually sit on the bridge plate of your guitar. And because they're actually taking the vibrations and converting them to a pickup signal across a larger area, a more acoustically rich area, generally speaking, the sound of these pickups is a little bit more transparent, a little bit more true to acoustic form. So it's going to sound a little bit more like your guitar. There's also another kind of contact pickup that I've seen. Dean Markley makes one, and also the Shirtler Basic is another great pickup. These pickups are actually little round discs that you can actually stick onto the surface of your guitar. I like these because you can put them on and take them off, and you don't have to do anything with your guitar. But that's actually the same reason that those are a little bit more well, they're a little bit more sensitive. If you're playing in a hot and humid area, or if it's something like that, sometimes the contact can actually grow weak and the pickup signal will be effective. Contact pickups can be sensitive to body noise, and they can be prone to feedback if you put them in an not desirable spot. But as far as my experience with the K&K, which is the bridge plate version, that's been pretty solid, pretty stable, and gives a really lush tone. One con about these pickups is that you might get some inconsistency, especially on the ones that you put on and take off on your own. So just keep that in mind. The third type of pickup that I want to address is pretty common because I think we equate it with the electric guitar, and that is the Soundhole Pickup. Okay, this is literally just similar to an electric guitar pickup. It's essentially a magnetic pickup with 6 different pole pieces that line up with your strings. The pickup sits in the sound hole, And of course, as you strum the strings, as the strings vibrate, that magnet will pick up the string's vibration and convert it into a pickup signal. Now, these pickups are fantastic if you just want to try a pickup. They're awesome if you use effects, any sort of like even a distortion effect or a reverb effect or anything that alters the signal of your guitar. Magnetic pickups are amazing because they can handle the effects really well. And also, this is huge, they're very feedback resistant because they're not necessarily picking up body vibration, just string vibration. They're way less susceptible to feedback. But here's the deal. You can get these pickups in two formats. You can actually permanently install them, like just you would a standard pickup. It just runs through inside your guitar and there's an output jack there you plug into. That's great, very safe. But there's a temporary way you can install it as well, but that will leave a cord hanging out of the front of your guitar. And I want you to be very careful with that. Just be conscious of it. It is just kind of the nature of the beast on this type of pickup if you're temporarily installing it, because that wire is hanging out of the front of your guitar. It can get stepped on, and if that wire gets stepped on, it'll pull on the sound hole of your guitar. Okay, I'm not saying this happens all the time. It's just something to be conscious of with this style of pickup if you're only temporarily installing it. But the good news is you can temporarily install it and just try it out and see if a pickup's right for you, if it works for your playing situation. Now, the last pickup I want to actually shed a little bit of light on is the internal microphone. And this one is exactly what it sounds like. It's a microphone inside your guitar. This is amazing. If you're a percussive type and you like to do different kind of sounds on the body of the guitar, this is a great pickup option because it will pick up all that ambiance, all that room, all that kind of airiness, right, that a microphone usually does. But just the microphone alone won't really be enough to amplify the strings of your acoustic guitar, because as you start to increase the mic level, you're very, very prone to feedback with an internal mic. So most often that internal mic will be paired with another style of pickup, be it an undersaddle pickup or a Soundhole pickup or some combination even of the three. So I just wanted to give you a kind of a wide-ranging discussion on the types of pickups you will encounter when you're shopping, because I think it's really important to say, hey, if I'm in a really loud situation and I need to turn up often, I'm going to actually look at a Soundhole pickup because that's less prone to feedback. Or, hey, I'm a percussive acoustic guitarist. I want to use an internal mic because that's going to pick up what I'm doing. Or I want the clarity of an undersaddle pickup. Or I want the transparency of a contact pickup. These are all things to consider and knowledge that I think you should have as you're searching, I almost said surfing, for an acoustic guitar pickup. So use that knowledge and go forth and shop for pickups and pick the one that best suits you. It's not that there's one that's the ultimate and one that's not. It's just there's a wide range and you need to know about all of them.